Hey guys, it is Jess and welcome back to my channel. So today's build is a fixer-upper of my 10-minute build challenge, which was a complete and utter epic fail. I'm really bad at the 10-minute build challenge. I thought that I'd be really good at it, but I'm not. Uh, that'll be linked down below if you want to go and see that, but it's really just 10 minutes of me failing. But anyway, we are now fixing that house that I built. So yeah, I quite like the way this house turned out. It is in Windenburg, and it is like a Tudor home, but I made it like a lighter color scheme on the outside, because usually when I do Tudor homes, I make them like really dark brown, brick and wood, and I was like, you know what, let's do something a little bit different. So because of that, that I've already done, I guess, like the house plan and whatever, we are starting just on the inside in the kitchen, and I made this kitchen super cluttered, and I actually love the way that it turned out. I feel like cluttered kitchens are pretty realistic. I don't know about you guys, but like my kitchen at home is cluttered to the max. Like, yeah, I don't know, we just kind of have like a lot of stuff. We've got like a soda stream and a coffee maker, we've got coffee mugs, and we've got a mix master and a, like, just kind of, we've just got lots of appliances and stuff. So I really like this kitchen. What I decided to kind of go for with the home was an older lady living here on her own. I was going for like very cluttered, a little bit mismatched, a little bit just everything sort of thrown in together. So I'm going for like maybe an old lady who's just recently, or maybe not even recently, but like an older woman who has had her kids and everything and decided to move out on her own and downsize, but she didn't want to get rid of like all of her furniture. So even though she downsized, there is still like a lot of furniture and stuff. So it's very cluttered because it was trying to fit, you know, like her old home into her new home. Yeah, so it's intentionally cluttered and sort of mismatched, and yeah, I don't know, I think I like did like a really good job of that. And I also liked how I kind of did the shelving and stuff in the kitchen rather than putting the cabinets in. I always go for the cabinets, so it was cool to try something a little bit different with the shelves. And fortunately, I was able to find enough clutter to sort of clutter those shelves up. I do sometimes feel like little clutter items are probably missing or lacking a little bit in the game, and I would definitely love to see like an entire clutter pack for the game. That would be really, really cool. But yeah, I think that I definitely found enough clutter. I think that there is good clutter when you're trying to do something that's sort of like maybe a little bit messier, or if that makes sense. But as far as like neat clutter goes, I don't think that we really have a lot of that. So, you know, there's not like a lot of like containers and plastic, I don't know, like cereal boxes and things like that that you could put on these shelves but sort of make it look neat. But yeah, anyway. You get the point. I've been talking about the build like a whole lot more, and I'm definitely enjoying it, and I hope that you guys are as well, and I hope that you don't feel like I'm just rambling, but I'm actually really, yeah, enjoying talking about the build, which is something I never thought that I would do, but yeah, I am definitely enjoying it. I did this, like, I didn't really know what to put in that space there, so I kind of put that little bathroom shelf thing there, and I just kind of thought that, you know, it was just like a bit of extra storage in the kitchen. As I said, this house is kind of very like, oh, any part that is sort of free was furnished, so there's just like a lot of random things everywhere. That was, as I said, the intention, and it's a bit of a smaller home. So with this home, there are going to be 2 bedrooms. There's like the master bedroom, like the main bedroom, and then there is a bedroom that you'll see toward the end, and it's kind of like, it's a kid's sort of bedroom. And I imagine that's like where this like lady that lives in this house, her grandkids come over and stay a lot, and they stay in that sort of spare bedroom. So it's decorated for 2 girls, but I'll talk about that when we get there. I'm just adding like heaps of this clutter stuff to the front here, and I wanted to put some garden stuff there because I'm also imagining this lady, she's like super into gardening, so she really likes to cook and she really likes to garden, and then at night time she comes inside and then like reads a book. And I don't know, I guess it depends like what kind of simmer you are, whether or not you find the amount of thought I put into the people that live in these homes weird or not. Like maybe if you're just like a casual simmer or something, you might be like, why do you put so much thought into these homes, and like why do you put so much thought into like the people that live in these homes, or the Sims I should say, they're not people, they're not real. But yeah, I don't know, it's just like something that I do, and I think that it really helps with building a home. So I guess let me know down below, do you, when you build homes, like do you put a lot of thought into the Sims that would live in this home, or like do you put a lot of thought into the type of Sim that would live in this home? I'm actually at this point feeling a little bit like weird about myself, so comment down below so I don't feel quite so strange. I mean, I know I'm weird, but it'd be cool if other people were weird with me. So yeah, anyway, we're about to go into the lounge room, and I did want to talk about that because the lounge room area, I kind of put in the big fireplace, because I'm kind of thinking, okay, like this lady, she goes outside and she gardens all day, and then, you know, she comes inside and she does like cooking and baking, and then she like lights her fireplace and, you know, like sits on her comfy chairs and maybe just watches a little bit of TV and falls asleep and reads a book or whatever, and then, you know, goes to bed. So, oh, that's right, that I wanted to say, I also put a lot of rugs in this house because, I don't know, I feel like that's something that cluttered homes might have, like just like kind of rugs everywhere. I'm imagining this person is like a little bit of a hoarder, not like anything extreme like that TV show. I don't even know what it's called, but the people that like are serious hoarders. So yeah, nothing extreme, but just a bit of a collector. So, oh, I like that and I like that. So there's like sort of just a bit excessive. So like, you know, there's like 20 million rugs in the house because she, you know, sees one and likes it and just decides to put it somewhere random. So yeah, but we're doing the lounge room now, and I kind of thought older people maybe like the TV isn't like their main focus, I suppose, if that makes sense. Like I know my grandma, as an example, she doesn't really know how to use a TV. She just wants to be able to like click it on and then that's it. So I put the TV like on that little cabinet off to the side, and I kind of thought that that was fitting for an older person. As I said, I don't think that most people's grandmas are not like super good at electronics. I was going to call it electronically, and then because I put together technology and electronics into like one word. So I meant to say, I don't think that a lot of people's grandmas are good at electronics and technology. I know for a fact, and I live with my grandma, she is terrible at technology. It's bad. It's kind of funny, but it's also really bad. Also, just quickly, I left this, I was kind of struggling to get this fireplace area right, but I left it in there. Sometimes I do like to leave these sorts of things in there just so that you can see like maybe how it's done, because I don't know, I just kind of like figured this one out myself, but there's definitely been times when I'm watching a YouTuber and I'm like, oh, that's how you could do that. So I just kind of like left that in there just in case you were interested in that. But anyway, my grandma was like super duper bad with technology and electronics and stuff. So I think that I was definitely thinking of her a little bit when I did build this house, because my grandma is also, she's like a little bit of a collector. I wouldn't say that she is a hoarder, but she will go to the shop and be like, oh, I like that. And then we're like, oh, but where are you going to put it? She's like, I don't know, I'll find a spot, and then we'll buy it. And I'm like that a little bit as well, not going to lie. But I don't know. Yeah, actually, I have a lot of stuff in my bedroom, but I was probably really channeling my grandma with this a little bit. But I wanted the house to look warm as well, because I'm thinking of like the house that I live in. I live with my grandma, and it's very cluttered because, as I said, like we'll go somewhere and she'll be like, oh, I want to buy that, and I'll just find a spot for it. So, you know, there's so many memories in the home, and there's just like things that I remember, you know, when I was like a really little kid, my grandma would look after me, and, you know, there are still things that have been in the house for, you know, 24 years. And then there are things that maybe we got a couple years ago when we went to this particular place. So it's a very nice, warm home, very homey and full of like memories. So that's kind of what I was going for here. I also play tested this house. I'm going to start play testing things a little bit more because I just feel like it's not hard to play test. Like, it takes 2 seconds. So the bed is really, really functional. It's really functional. I meant to just say the bed is functional. Like, how can it be really functional? The bed works. So yeah, we're going into the, like what is it? The grandkids' room. Yeah, so I just imagined that on the weekends or school holidays or something, the kids would come in and, you know, like, go and stay with their grandma. So it's pretty, like, a well-cluttered room because I thought they stay there frequently. This is what I'm thinking. Like, they come over and they stay with their grandma pretty frequently. So it's a relatively cluttered and, like, lived-in space. Yeah, and once again, I did play test everything and it all works. I swear that, and I'm not sure if I made this up or not, but it seems to me that the Sims team have potentially made is it like the routing? I think it depends where you come from as to how you say that word. I'd probably say routing, but that has another meaning that some people may find offensive. So the routing, but basically, like, how the Sims get around the homes and stuff. I feel like they've improved that a little bit recently, or maybe not even recently. But you can put a lot of things now, like, in front of showers and beds, and the Sims can still get into them. So they've made things, like, a lot more functional, and the Sims, like, their routing through homes and stuff, I think, has really improved. So I don't know if I've just made that up or if it's, like, actually something that came in a patch. Oh, we're into screenshots. So... whoopsies. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all in another video. I am always this crazy, so if you like it, then subscribe and check me out. Oh, wow, this is getting really weird. Okay, I'm just gonna go now. Bye!